All right, so can you guys see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right, so I hope you guys already know what to expect with our meeting right now. So you're already seeing the week 9 and 10. So yeah, we will discuss now the system design, the module system design, and yeah, even though we are not in week 9 and 10 yet, so we'll finish it today, and then next meeting we'll finish the last module, which is the software quality and testing. Okay, so yeah, so that you can have more time to do the requirements or the project for the soft design lab. Okay, anyway, this will be just a quick meeting, since system design is just a short discussion or just a short topic. So before that, let's proceed with the my apologies. So before we proceed to week 9 and 10, so does anyone has a question regarding with week 7 and 8 with the software design, and then probably the uh with the activity function oriented design? If none, just give me a quick thumbs up just to let me know that you don't have any questions or queries. Okay, Carlo, Carl, Jasper, Leah. What about the others? Please, so, okay. So it's like 90% responded, and then the others are maybe not around. So maybe they're doing something. Anyway, okay, so I hope they don't have a question or everything is clear to them. So let us now proceed to the overview. Okay. So in here we'll describe the concepts of system analysis and information systems development, analyze design alternatives, describe systems architecture design, and then describe user interface design. And then here are the list of topics: data mining, data visualization, system architecture, and then database system. So we only have one module for this one. And then again, we have this, like short course. This is an hour and 40 minutes. So uh, you will see that this one is actually the same with the watch videos under his software design. That is because software design and system design is, just one only. Okay. Well, in fact, system design is under software design. Okay. So you could say that this is just a continuation under the software design. Okay. So yeah, just check this this short course, the system design course for beginners. This one will help you to understand what is the concept of software design, and then what is system design. Okay, and then we have two reading materials, which is the entirety. This one is actually quite a long PDF. So if I'm not mistaken, this is an 800 page PDF, that will be coming from Mr. Charles S. Wasson. So system analysis, design, and then development concepts, principles, and then practice. So those are the things that will be discussed under this module. Okay, and then we also have this fifth edition. The author or Alan Dennis, Barbara Harley Wixom, and then Roberta Emrod. So this one is more focused on system analysis and design only. And like in here, it's really quite broad. But yeah, just in case you need more information, then this one is pretty useful. But you might want to check this one first before this first one, okay? Because this one is more on system analysis and then design only. So we could say that this PDF is software design and then the system design. Okay, so this is a 800 slide, and this one is a 500 slide, if not mistaken. Okay, so yeah, just check this PDF later on. Anyway, so yeah, just check this one out later on. And then again, for the reference, still the tutorials point. So yeah, that's it for the module overview. So are we clear so far? Do you guys have any question regarding with the topics? or the course learning outcomes regarding week 9 and 10? So any questions?
None, sir.
Answer.
All right. So if none, I guess we can proceed now to the discussion of system design. So are you guys ready now? Anyway, this will only take me 15 to 20 minutes. So are you guys ready now? System design?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, wait. So again, I will not read the entirety of this PDF. I'll just give you a brief or what is the main description of for example, the sign phase, okay, and so on and so forth. So let's start by describing what is the design phase. So in this phase, you're going to create the project or the physical project or the actual project by itself, right? Okay, so remember that in our week 7 and 8 in here in software design, so you plan everything, so from scratch up to the the, let's say, up to the prototype, and then this is now the actual project. So this is not the phase where you are going to create the actual project, so the physical project, the hardware project, or the software project. Okay, so in here of course you can come up with a lot of designs. It could be one or more designs that you're going to develop under this phase. So you can choose depending on the project that what's needed on your project. So in some projects they need dioramas, they need sketches, they need flowcharts. Well, I think in all projects, hardware, software, it all has this flowcharts. Okay, very useful. And then we have site trees, we have HTML screen design. So if your project is more on websites, then this one is really a must. And then we also have prototypes. So if your project needs a hardware, okay, so of course it needs a prototyping. So it's lie under these prototypes. And then we also have photo impressions and then UML schemas. Okay, so there's a lot more that you can come up with for your actual project, but mostly we call that one prototype, okay, or call that one, let's say, a beta uh, version of your project, okay, because it's not yet finished if it's a software. Okay, anyway, so in here, of course, before you proceed with this actual project, you need to specify the things that you'll be needing. Okay, so like for example, the physical solution. So when we say physical solution, those are the technologies or tools that you're going to use in creating that actual project of yours. So for example, of course, you need computer. Okay, so that is, I guess, the number one thing that you'll be needing, especially all of our projects comes with the coding. Okay, so we have to program something, so we need to have a computer. Okay, second is of course database. Of course, you need to have to be subscribed to a certain database for you to be able to deploy or launch your project properly, especially if it's a big project. And then of course facilities. So depending on uh, you know uh, what you're going to create, so of course you need to have a certain facility. Well, let's just say a simple room with the necessary or with the needed tools that you'll be needing. But let's just say facilities, for the sake of formalities. So yeah, those are the examples of physical solution that you'll be needing before you can create this actual project of yours. Okay, so are we clear so far up to this point? Can you guys
Yes, sir.
follow?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, once you're done in planning everything in week 7 and 8, right here, software design, of course, you have to go through to this high level of architectural design first. So this one, I'll just show you guys our projects for you to be able to appreciate what is this high level architectural design. So where is the file explorer? Okay, wait a second. All right. Okay. So this high-level architectural model is just actually a diagram wherein, let's just say, it was separated into different modules. Where is our chapter 3? Chapter 3. Chapter 2. Ah, my bad. I guess it's under chapter 2. Yeah, this one right here. So when we say high level architectural design, so it is actually this one, the system architecture of your project. So in our case, we have this, high level overview or the bird's eye view of our project. So we have the user, up to the device that we can control or we can use. So in here, is going to use a SMS, and then of course it will be transfer by this GSM module, and then will be processed by our Arduino, and then it will be sent one by one to this, let's say, TV, lights, window blinds, and so on and so forth. Okay, so this is an example of high level architectural model of the project. Okay, well, there's a lot more different design uh, for the system architecture or high level architectural model, but this is one example of that one. Okay, then of course, right after having this high architectural model, then that is now the time that you're going to have, or this one, you're going to conduct a uh, detailed design of an automated system or application to achieve confidence that design satisfies systems requirements. So in here, we have now identified each of our, let's say, features of our system. So in here, we have the living room. Under this, we have this commands. And so this is, let's just say that this is the detailed information regarding with this high level architectural model. Okay, so we call this one intelligent model, but yeah, that depends on your project. Okay, so yeah, that's what we mean by high level architectural design. Okay. All right, so I hope we're clear with this one. And second is the responsibilities. So these are the people who are involved in creating the project. Okay. So number one, we have the business owner. So it is your or this is the person who's going to buy your project. So this is the reason, okay, why you are creating that project of yours. So in our case, let's just say that the business owner is your instructor. So I will be the ones going to check everything. So if it's already enough for me, or if it was able to satisfy my requirements, then I will accept your project. So the same thing with business owners. So they are the one who's going to criticize, or the ones going to approve your project. But in here, it's just saying that they can participate in preliminary design review. Okay, just the let's say high level architectural design, since they are the one who's going to use that product that you're going to create. Okay, of course they have to know how does that product of yours really work. Okay, second is the project manager. Let's just say that this is the leader of your team. Okay, so I already grouped you guys. So the project leader or the project manager, of course, is the ones are responsible for let's say assigning position on each member on what tasks they are going to create or deliver at the end of the day. Okay, and then if we have project manager, you also have integrated project team or the group members of that team. Okay, so of course it will be assigned by the project manager, and then each of them will be assigned by this particular task. Okay, and then we also have contracting officer. So let's just say that this is a business person, or what do you call this one? Someone, let's say a staff who's really good in uh advertisement. Okay, he was really good in selling a certain product. Okay, not this person is not necessarily a programmer. It's just a person who knows how to maybe explain what is the project all about, how does the project work. Maybe just at least a little knowledge when it comes to programming, or how does the program work step by step. Okay, so this is a contracting officer is responsible for and accountable for preparing solicitation documents under the guidance of project manager. So in other words, this one is the one who's going to sell your uh, let's say product or project. Okay, so it could be the project manager. So the project manager can fulfill this uh, position, but mostly they hire someone who's really good in selling things. Okay, so someone who has a skills in we call it one skill stock, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, something like that. And then we also have critical partners. So this one is uh, that depends on your uh, the composition of the team. So in most cases, critical partners are not part of the team. Okay, so these partners are other programmers also, or it's a company, company or a person that you can ask if a problem arises. So let's just say that you're out of the timeline already. Okay, so you can ask someone who can probably check, who can help you to improve more of your your project or your product that you are creating. Okay, so let's just see that this is a friend of yours who can help you just in case that a problem arises. Okay, or let's say you already lack in time. Let's say the due date is already near, but you haven't, or you cannot finish the project in that particular due date, or in that given due date. So you might want to call someone. So that one is a critical partner or partners. Okay. And then the next one is enterprise architecture. Now, once you have already created, let's say the first phase, second phase, third phase of your project, on let's say 50% of the project. So in here, you can probably already hire someone, or you can or you can ask one of your project team or group member to check the entirety of the project. Okay, so number one, the security. Well, you guys already know what security means. So of course, this one will be checked via uh, I don't know. We have a lot of ways to check when it comes to security, but let's just say that this person knows about security. Okay, so probably this person graduated as a cybersecurity, uh, let's say major in that thing. Securing things, uh, verifying things, authenticating things, and so on and so forth. Okay. And then second one is acquisition. So in here, that person will verify that contracts are being fulfilled according to award or approved changes. Okay. The next one is budget. Well, of course, that person will have to check the budget. You have to guarantee that the budget is sufficient to meet the needs of the project. Okay. And then determine if project business risks are identified and mitigation plans are made. The next one is finance. Of course, if we have budget, we also have finance. So we have to guarantee, or that person must guarantee that estimates of project expenses have been updated to reflect actual costs and estimates for future phases, and then determine the project business fees are identified and mitigation plans are made. Okay, so I hope budget and finance is clear, since they are very straightforward. And then we also have this HR, where let's just say that this is another personnel, so human resource. So this one confirmed that issues related to staffing, workforce, or other HR areas have been addressed. So let's just say that just in case that there is a conflict with the group mates, so this is the person who you can rely on, who you can see your problems regarding with your group mates. This person uh you know is not really helping at all. So maybe you can just remove that member, so something like that. So you can share something like that to your HR. Any issues that will arise regarding your workforce, or regarding your way of completing things or way of working things. Okay. So I hope we're clear when it comes to HR or human resource. And then we also have section 508. So in here, you're going to establish that any new or further requirements that have been discovered that are necessary to accommodate individuals with disabilities have been added to the requirement document and design documents. So confirm that our test cases which incorporate section 508 standards are needed. Okay, so this is just another ways of checking, or just in case that there is another requirements. So you have to fulfill that particular requirements that was, just discovered or just made by the business owner. Okay. And then we also have CPIC, where you make sure that design is fully documented. Okay. Well, I guess this is already a common knowledge. Of course, you have to document, or everything must be well documented. And then lastly is performance. So that person will check or determine if the project technical risks are identified and mitigation plans are already made. And then, of course, verify that performance goals are agreed upon. Okay. So is the team performing really well? Okay. So are the goals are being met by each member, something like that. So those are the checkings that will be checked when it comes to enterprise architecture. So all of those must be checked first before it can officially publish, or before it can officially launch as an official project. Okay. So were you guys able to follow up to this point so far? So anyone who has a question? Maybe critical partners,
None, sir.
security, decision, budget, finance. All right. So if there is no more question, then, or if there is no question rather, then I guess we can proceed now to the IT governance organization. So this is another personal wherein, of course, uh, maybe they can help to finish your project, but this one is not necessarily required to a certain project. So what is this governance organization? So the IT governance organization conducts the preliminary design review to achieve agreement and confidence that design satisfies the functional and non-functional requirement and is in conformance with the enterprise architecture. Okay, so if we have this, kind of checking for security, acquisition, budget, finance. So, just in case that you want to make sure. So of course, another company or another organization will check your project. Okay, so let's just say that your project is the 10 to 50 million projects. That's a really, really big project. Well, I guess we really need to have this, another checkings under IT governance organization to check your preliminary design, if it achieved the agreement and confidence that it was able to satisfy, everything, the functional and the non-functional requirements. Okay. So yeah, this is another company to check your work or your project. Okay. So we're done with the responsibilities. Let's now move on to the activities. So in here, I guess this one is now very straightforward, very easy to understand. So the following tasks are performed during the design phase. So number one is design document preparation. So let's just say that while you are doing the project, while you're creating the project, of course, you have to prepare all the documents needed. Or in fact, let's just say you have to make a well-documented documents on each step or process that you are going to do or you are doing while doing the project. Okay. Then next one is data and user interface design. So of course, let's just say that this is now the part wherein you're going to create the login. You're going to connect the let's say the admin, say admin account, and so on and so forth, and then the user interface design. So yeah, this is the part where you are going to create that one. Okay. So the user interface at the desktop layer is designed. The business rules layer or the application logic is designed. The interfaces from application to application and application to database are also designed and documented. So in other words, this is the, let's say, the login, again, the registration, and then where the admin can also log in, where the user can log in. Let's say if you have more, let's say this admin, then you can also have that one. But most likely this is the first thing that you're going to do if you're going to create a certain project. So just like what I required you guys to do in your project in soft design lab. Okay, so the login page and then the registration page. Okay, so yeah, and then of course we also have data security plan. So in here, there's another standards. So all of your datas must be really secured. So based on the privacy impact assessment, so this is another standard privacy impact assessment. Developed during the planning phase, a system record notice or SORN is prepared. If required to inform the public of an information collection by business product about citizens, a computer match agreement (CMA) is also prepared if needed to establish the conditions, safeguards, and procedures under which HHS agrees to disclose data where there is computerized comparison of two or more automated system of records or SORs. So this one is this the, let's say, license and agreement or the license agreement. What else one? License agreement. Or let's just say that the ano bang tawag doon? Rules and regulations that you have to follow, or the I think it's the license. Let's check this one. License agreement. Licensing agreement. Don't we have an example? Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it is something like this wherein you're going to scroll up to how many pages, let's say 10, 15, 20, and then no one reads license agreement. But this is where they are saying that your data is probably not safe, your data is safe, your data is secure, your personal data are not secure, something like that. So this is where you're agreeing that whatever you do, it is under this agreement wherein you agree that your data will be publicized, your data will be secured, just in case that it's really secured. So this is your a document that you can hold on to if something happens to your let's uh, say personal data. So for example, you agree that your data are safe, okay, under this a license agreement, but your data or your personal data were leaked. Okay, so it was being publicized, wherein without your what is one your approval. Okay, so uh, you can show this one to them, wherein there is a breach of security that is happening now in your system. So you can probably file a case at that company, since they have this agreement that we are saying that your data is really safe and secure. Okay, so it is something like that when it comes to this data security plan. So you have to create an agreement to your user wherein their data are really safe. Okay, so yeah, that's it for the data security plan. The next one is contingency or disaster recovery plan. Well, in most cases, or let's just say that 80% or 70% of the projects doesn't have this disaster recovery plan. Okay, so let's just say that this one is a backup, or let's just say that this is uh, another program that you have programmed or that you created if something happened to the software. But in most cases, we don't create that, backup plan, that disaster recovery plan. But this is a good thing, just in case something happened to your project. But to uh, what we call this one, to avoid this one in happening, the easiest way, without a hassle, is a backup. Just create a backup. If you can create a complete backup of the project, just back up that project. So you can save that to your computer, your let's say external hard drive. So that, I guess that is the best recovery disaster recovery plan when it comes to this uh, uh, when a problem arises with that project or product of yours. So let's just say that a virus destroyed your project. So if you don't have the backup, then I guess it's uh, worse, or that is not a good thing to happen. So you're going to recreate everything, or the other one is you're going to create a more secured application wherein it has a backup plan just in case that this virus infected your project or your let's say website or application. Okay, so you can do that one, but in most cases, we don't do that one. Okay, again, I guess the easiest way is to back up everything and then secure that that backup of yours is um, really secured, and no one can access that one aside from you. Okay, so yeah, that's about contingency or disaster recovery plan. And then the next one is we have this exit criteria. Now, once everything is already made, of course, we have to check everything. Let's just say that you're already finished for 90% of the project or 95% of the project. So in here, you're going to determine if the design process will create a business product that meets requirements within the specified project budget and schedule. Okay, so here are the phase specific exit criteria. So number one is no outstanding concerns among stakeholders regarding design efficacy or visibility. Okay, design is adequately documented to allow effective and efficient development. Contingency or disaster recovery plans are adequately documented to provide clear procedures and responsibilities. And then security documents are as complete and accurate as possible. So those are the things that you guys need to check once you are already, let's say, almost done with the project. Okay, so there should be no concerns or issues regarding with the business owner now or with the stakeholders or who's going to let's say buy your project or your product. Okay, and so on and so forth. So I guess the rest are very straightforward. And then we also have this generic exit criteria. So this is one criteria. We have this one phase specific exit criteria, but we also have this generic exit criteria, wherein we have the variances from baselines have been identified, mitigated. So in here, it's the cost and schedule variances and scope changes are identified, significant variances are explained, and corrective action plans or caps or baseline requests are in place as appropriate. Okay, so this is just another criteria. We also have investment baselines have been reviewed and revised as appropriate. So should this investment continuous is be modified or be terminated based on current knowledge. Okay, so you have to take a look at this one also based on the investment of the people. Is it really, worth it? Something like that. And then we also have the project management plan and component plans have been reviewed and appropriately updated. So these include risk management, acquisition strategy, change management, configuration management. So this one is quite broad, but these are another criteria that you guys need to check one by one if you're going to use this generic exit criteria. Okay. I would say that when it comes to completeness of checking of criteria, I would go for generic. But if you want a quick ways of checking things, then let's or just go with phase specific